Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather. I am a styling, skincare, hair care, self-care enthusiast. I don't have any training or anything. I just have people ask me sometimes what I know about these different things. So I just wanted to make a YouTube channel to share what I know. So today what I wanted to do is to show y'all my hair care routine post-shower because my hair is half wavy and half straight and it's a pain in the neck. And I've done a lot of trial and error to try and figure out what the heck kind of products I can use to make my hair all one texture. Like, I almost don't care what texture it would be. I just want it to all be one thing, and it's not. So the very bottom layer here is basically perfectly straight. So then this whole thing back here under my crown, this is the waviest part. It's kind of wavy on the top. It's almost straight right here. So everything that people see is almost straight, but then the back is wet. So it's like, it's just a mess. So I was gonna go through some of the products that I like to use. So what I found is that, actually, let me back up for a second. So I actually just I refreshed my ginger before this particular shower. So I happen to use a permanent color. I probably don't need to, considering what I want to do with it, but red is actually the hardest color to deposit, and then it's the hardest color to wash out. So from sort of a fading perspective, and also from like, I just really want a specific color, I use a permanent color. So when you use permanent color on your hair, not bleach, this doesn't apply to bleach, when you use a permanent color that is depositing color onto your hair, what happens is the chemicals open your hair shaft, it deposits the color that you want, and then it seals the hair shaft to keep the color in. And so every time I take a shower after I color my hair, it's like super shiny, super soft, super like healthy looking, because oh my gosh, I think I have a phantom hair in my eyeballs. All right. It's super shiny and super healthy, and it feels really great, and it holds style really well because that cuticle has been sealed. So in the same vein of, a sealed cuticle here, which just sounds like a very medical thing, but so a lot of times wavy hair and curly hair, the curlier your hair is, the drier it tends to be, or at least this is what I've heard. So I don't have super wavy hair, and there's the number thing. My hair is like it's like a 2C. It's really, it's not like it's 4C hair. Like, it's not super kinky coily hair. It's just white person wavy hair, right? So I've used a lot of moisturizing products over the years, and I don't find like they've made a ton of difference. So sometimes people will say, well, frizz is caused by dryness. And I can see some frizz being caused by dryness, but like all frizz that's ever existed being caused by dryness, I don't know. They say that humidity is pulling the moisture out of your hair, and that's why it frizzes. And I'm like, sometimes I think that's just the shape. So humidity, yes, that does have an impact on it, of course. But like, my hair is just sort of frizzy all the time unless I blow dry it. So I'm thinking it's just sort of part of my hair chemistry. Every time I go get my hair cut, they say how healthy my hair is. And if it takes a long time for it to air dry, but not very long for you to blow dry it, that's a sign of healthy hair. I never have a lot of split ends. I don't have a lot of color fade. But also, like, I think I have a lot of good proteins in my genetics. So I have good hair, good skin, good nails. I don't know if that's part of it, but in any case, the point is that I don't think frizziness is always caused by a lack of moisture. Sometimes I think it's just sort of your hair shape. I know there are some semi-permanent colors and demi-permanent colors that will also do that cuticle sealing thing for you if you're looking for something like that. You don't need to use a permanent color to get that effect. And bleach does a whole separate thing. So bleach is actually removing the color from your hair. It doesn't usually seal the cuticle afterwards. So for a lot of people, what ends up happening, unless you use like a bonder or something like Olaplex, for a lot of people what ends up happening is when they get highlights, or a full head of highlights, or the blonde or whatever, their hair actually gets very voluminous because the damage has made your cuticles open a little bit. That creates more air in between your hair strands, which gives you more volume. So my mom highlights her hair, and she loves that voluminous effect that she gets with doing the bleach. Of course, if you leave bleach on too long, it damages your hair. So in any case, when I go to wash my hair, then I have to rinse all of the color out until the water rinse is clear. And then I shampoo twice, and I use a pretty heavy conditioner. So I've been using a biotin shampoo for quite some time, which I do think has been helpful. And I always have a heavy conditioner in there, but I tend to rotate products quite a bit in the shower. And I also use a leave-in conditioner. So if you guys have a beauty supply near you, like a Sally's, you can go into Sally's and get there's like generic versions of things. And I mean, I put it in quotes because it doesn't have like the real label on it, but it's the same thing. So I have Infusium leave-in treatment. It's like blue leave-in conditioner, and I have the generic version, and it's lasted me forever. And I put a little bit of that on in the shower. And when I get out of the shower, as you can see, I put my hair up in this towel. So this is a specific type of towel. You see it has the little like plastic or elastic thing over here. This towel is called a Turby Twist. I was thinking about this beforehand. I don't think that's super culturally sensitive to call this a Turby Twist anymore, but that was like the name brand of this item. This, I swear, this towel is old enough to vote. It's such an old towel. I've had it forever. The new ones I find don't work. Something that actually will cause frizz is if you rub your hair, especially while it's wet. So some people will take a regular towel and they'll get out and they'll towel dry their hair and they'll like rub it all over their head. Don't do that. Do not do that. That's going to break up all of your waves. That's going to make your hair super frizzy. It's just not the best thing to do. So a microfiber towel is really great. That's what these guys are. If you have an old t-shirt, actually, an old t-shirt material is great material for you to wrap your hair up in when you get out of the shower. That's going to get rid of a lot of the moisture without disturbing your wave pattern or your curl pattern and without giving you extra frizz. So when I take my hair out, I usually like it, this is going to be, I don't know, 30% dry when I take it out of this towel. And I usually like to have like a thing I spray on my hair and then a thing I scrunch in my hair. I did a concoction of products for a while, but now I'm sort of sticking to two. So I'm going to go through some of the sprays and scrunchers that I have, ending with the ones that I like the most. I have so many products that I really do try to use a lot of different things. If I really want my hair to look like the best it's going to look, I'm going to use my top tier products. I'm going to tell you what those are. But because I have so many things, I'm like, I'm not doing very much. Like right now it's about 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. I'm actually not going anywhere. I'm preparing to see a friend tomorrow, so I want my hair to look good tomorrow after I sleep on it, but like it doesn't need to be the best it's ever been. So I'm going to use some of my sort of second tier products here. So all right, let's go through some of the sprays first. So this is it's called Way. That's how you pronounce this wave spray. This is a great wave spray. You'll see some before and after pictures. I want to say with Gigi Hadid, where they spray this in her hair when it's dry and they scrunch it. Most of these products, when you put them in your hair when it's dry and then scrunch it, you're going to get very sticky hair. And if you know anything about me by now, I do not like sticky products. I don't want something sticky on my face or sticky on my hair. That drives me crazy. But I put this on my hair when it's wet and scrunch it, and this is a very helpful spray. Another wave product I have that I consider, a spray in this category is going to be their leave-in conditioner. So this seems pretty nice. I like having a leave-in conditioner just sort of generally. And so this I think is a good wave products in general are pretty good. They do have a pretty significant scent. Let me see if I can describe it for you. I don't even remember what it is. It's hard to describe. It's a very salon-oriented scent, so it's not floral. It's not something super recognizable, but it is pretty significant if you're not somebody that likes the smell of things. So another guy I have here, I probably got this from my Birchbox, is this 12 Benefits Ocean Hair. So this is a leave-in spray for natural texture. Salt sprays are really great to use for wavy hair or to give that texture like you've just been at the beach. But you have to be careful with the salt sprays because the salt can actually dry your hair out even more and cause more frizz. So the new salt sprays, a lot of them have like sugar in them, or it's like a salt-like spray where it's not actually salt, but it gives the same effect as a salt spray. So so this is a nice leave-in mist for your texture here. It has, essential minerals, it says. There's an emulsifier, anti-static agents. So there's some good stuff in here. There is fragrance in this as well, though. I'm actually having a hard time finding hair care items that don't have fragrance in them. So another spray item that is really good is Oribe. So Oribe stuff is not cheap. All of their items, I did this in my Allure unboxing video. I got one of their products in there, and all of them are going to be about $40, $40 to $45. So this is a pretty large container, though. As you can see, this will probably last me a year if I used it every time I washed my hair. So this is their Wave and Shine spray. This works pretty well on dry hair for me to refresh my hair, but once again, it makes it sticky. But when I just spray it on my dry hair, on my wet hair when I get out of the shower, it works pretty well. So I'm gonna actually save my favorite scrunching item to show you in a minute. So the next thing I'm gonna show you is one of the creams that I tend to use. So this is Bumble and Bumble Don't Blow It. So they have two versions of this cream. One of them is for thick hair and one of them is for, like, I don't know, regular hair or thinner hair. So this is the regular hair one. This works pretty well. They're trying to, just work with whatever texture you happen to have. And so, when my hair dries with this in it, it does dry better than if I have no product in it at all. But I definitely need to use an extra product with this for it to really, like, set my wave pattern and look nice. Next item is this Briogeo Curl Charisma. Briogeo, maybe. This company makes a lot of really good stuff. I have their curl defining shampoo in my shower right now. Their stuff is pretty affordable as well. I want to say this is a woman-owned business. It might be a woman of color-owned business, but I'm pretty sure it's a more up-and-coming brand. They're more socially conscious, I believe. So this is a great brand if you're looking for something. They do sell this on Birchbox. I'm not sure where else they sell it. Next item is going to be this guy. So this is something that I just tried based on Amazon reviews. So this is Fave 4. It's called Up for Air Body Defining Air Dry Cream for Heat-Free Styling. So this cream, I noticed, it makes my curls, my waves, kind of crunchy. So they do get separated, they do get defined, but they're crunchy looking. And so it does help with second day hair because once I sleep on it, the crunch is usually gone. But like first day hair with this, I just don't love what it does. But if you're looking for something more defined, something more sort of shellacked, it's not quite a wet look, but it's getting there, then this is a decent product. And so before I show you my number one faves, this is the final product I'd like to show y'all. So this is from Living Proof. This is their curl definer. So every Living Proof product that I've tried has been fantastic. So my personal favorite product of theirs probably is going to be their dry shampoo. I like their dry shampoo the best out of all the dry shampoos I've tried. I also have their volume spray. Their volume spray is one of the few volume sprays I can spray on my hair in the roots, and my hair is totally dry, and it does not get sticky and gross. It's really nice. Basically, you can spray it on, and then the next day I can like flip my head over and just kind of zhuzh my roots. And when I pick my head up again, my hair is volumized. So everything I've tried from Living Proof is fantastic. I've used their curl cream as well. I have, I want to say I have their straightening cream. I have so many things from them. It works fantastically. So it is a bit of an investment for this brand, but it does work really well, I think. But it's still not my number ones. So here are my number ones. If I really want my hair to look like the best it's gonna look air dried, this is what I do. So another Oribe product. This is their dry texturizing spray. So this spray is something that is super popular. You read any fashion magazine, this spray is all over it. You talk about like hairstylists backstage at shows and stuff, they use this spray. But once again, this spray does not do well in my hair when it's dry because it gets all gross and sticky and I don't like it. But this spray works great when my hair is wet. I think what I actually did is I was reaching for this one day and I picked up this one by accident because you can see how similar they are. I sprayed it and I was like, oh, that worked out really well. And then I realized later I grabbed the wrong thing because this one is actually in this closet behind me. It's not in my mirror over here. So I just didn't realize. Yeah, so this is fantastic as the spray thing that I'm going to spray on my hair. I also probably don't use as much product as most people do. So, you know, I'm spraying probably 5 seconds total of the spray throughout my hair. All right, this is my number one product. If your hair is half wavy and half straight or half curly and half straight and you want it all to be one texture, there's not a lot of things out there that are meant to create waves or create curls on your hair when it's wet. There's tons of products to do it when it's dry. There's not a lot that's actually going to create it when it's wet. Most of these products are trying to sort of enhance what you already have. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I need more than enhancement to deal with the areas that are right here on my head, and that's what people see because it's right next to my eyes. This is Brad Mondo Wave Tech, okay? So Brad Mondo is a YouTuber I follow. He's a hairstylist. He has a lot of followers. A lot of people sort of talk about him. They talk at him. They use his tutorials to do different things. He came out with a product line, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe a year ago. So he now has color depositing conditioners, so semi-permanent colors that work very well. He has shampoos, conditioners, styling agents, just all kinds of stuff. And I really like him as a person. I think he's really fun. His YouTube is amusing. He does this super cute thing where every time he starts a video, he's like, hello, gorgeous. Hello, beautiful. You're looking radiant today. And I'm like, well, thanks. It's just a super cute way to start videos. So I wanted to support him and his brand. So I've decided to give this a try. Most of the products I've shown you are not inexpensive products. I will go through my inexpensive products that I have for my hair at some point. But my hair, it's really my crown, and what is it called? Crown and glory? Is that a term? But it's really like Like I want to spend less on my stuff for my face, on makeup maybe, but my hair, I'm like, I really want my hair to look good, so I'm willing to spend a little more money. So this guy by itself is, I think, $28, and then I did pay shipping at that point, but you know, he has so many products, if you spend over $35, you get free shipping. And his tutorial online, he says to use like a whole bunch of pumps on this and put it on a wide tooth comb and comb through your hair and then start to scrunch. I don't even need to do that. I do 2 pumps of this over here on this side where it's straight, and 2 pumps on this side where it's straight, no comb, I scrunch it in, it's perfect. It's perfect. And 4 pumps is enough for me to do my entire head after I spray whatever I want to spray on it. So this is gonna last me a long time. I also know that he doesn't use any like bad stuff in his products. It does have a fragrance to it, but it's a really nice fragrance. It says vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, sulfate, and gluten-free, so that's really cool. I love this product. If you're looking for one product on this list to try because your hair is half wavy and half straight, get this one. I'm not being paid to say this, by the way. I didn't get any free product. I am happy to pay for his product. It's just my personal opinion. I have never seen a product do what this product does for my hair. I have never seen another product take my wet hair and I scrunch it and it has believable looking waves that look like the rest of my hair when it's dry. Never seen it with anything else. So yeah, so these 2 are my #1 products. So now I'm actually going to do my hair. So let's take this guy out here. So, you know, for a while I would use a wide tooth comb on my hair and I'd comb it out a little bit and then put in the products. But my waves are so delicate, they don't tend to stay very well, that now I finger comb my hair. I don't use a comb at all. So I always part my hair on the side. So let's get our part here. Doesn't need to be perfect, I don't think. And then you have these like loops over here, right, from it being up, from it being pulled. So I have to kind of fix those loops, right, because I don't want people to see that. So we're gonna fix the loops. All right. So you see what I mean here? Like this is straight, more or less. This side's even worse. It's just straight. It's really hard for it to hold a wave. And so another thing about my hair is that the haircut is doing a lot of the work. So I wanted something that was like close to a shag, but not quite a shag. So a shag usually has bangs, it has way more layers, and it'll have like a thinner, very thin bottom layer, and the rest of it is all like laid out. And it starts to look like a mullet if you don't do it right, or if it's just too much. And, you know, or that might just be sort of what the shag looks like. I'm honestly not sure. But because I have so many shorter pieces now here, but I was able to keep my length, the layers are doing a lot of the work for me. So these front pieces are even more wavy than they were before I got this haircut. So if you're looking for a haircut for a hair that's half wavy, half straight, I do recommend something that is just this side of a shag. So very layered, not quite a shag. So I think what I'm going to use today is, I'll use this guy. So one of the things I like about this as well is how this spray is oriented, because I can use my thumb. So I don't put a ton of product in my hair because, again, I don't want it to be sticky. I don't want to feel like I have product in my hair that drives me nuts. And now I think what I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this guy. So even though this is for curls, I use this for waves. This is a little bit more of a watery texture than some of the other products. I don't know why it's in this container, honestly. So let's going to use this. All right. Oh dear. Okay, screw that back on. All right. So I usually sort of pat a little bit the front here, and then I'll start scrunching in the back. So scrunch up. And then I'll leave the front here for last. And I have to scrunch it a lot to get any wave in it. So we'll do the same thing over here. All right. Okay. So I also have this this part line right here. My hair tends to part right here because I had bangs for like ever. I probably grew them out, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. So my hair still parts there in anticipation of me having bangs. So that's my hair. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let it air dry. Once you scrunch your hair, don't touch it. Your hands have oils on them, and your hands are going to make your hair frizzy if you keep touching your hair. So I kind of push it back like this, but I don't touch it once I've scrunched my hair. So that's one final tip for you. So I really hope this has helped somebody. I didn't realize until I started talking to people and I made a channel, I've posted in a couple Facebook groups, how many people had hair that's half wavy, half straight. So hopefully this has helped you figure out some products that are going to work for you. If there's anything else you'd like for me to talk about regarding hair care or hair color or anything like that, put it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much. Bye.